Moved the ball quite efficiently, both through the air and on the ground. And 5 wide as they start this third possession of the first quarter.
Brown in the shotgun with 3 receivers out to the left and 2 to the right, and he's back to throw, looking, and he's going to be scrambled, and now he's going to take off with it himself. Brown is going to find a little running lane inside the 45, and he's going to be tackled from behind, and that late flag comes in, and that's going to be a horse collar tackle against the Warren Warriors.
Yeah, that one was pretty obvious there, the horse collar. It looks like we do have a shaken up Warren Warrior on the field.
So add 15 yards to the end of the run of Brown there, which was about 4 yards. So add 15 onto it. Morgan will get a first down now inside the Warren 30-yard line, down at about the 28-yard line. As we have a Warrior down and both teams headed to the sidelines for a moment. So we will take a timeout as well with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It is Warren 14, Morgan 6. You're listening to High School Football on ESPN Radio.
Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you are 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checks for free. We are here for what matters. For over 150 years, we have been providing first-class service on a first-name basis. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Some interesting facts about golf from Lakeside Golf Course. Walter Hagen is considered to be the very first professional golfer. Hagen made his living in the 1920s as a golf pro, teaching lessons to amateurs. And think about this, with so much money being won on today's men's and women's golf tours. In 1962, Jack Nicklaus received his first ever check from a PGA golf event when he won $33.33 at the LA Open. Lakeside Golf Course in Beverly. Call 740-984-4265 for your tee time.
And we welcome you back to McConnellsville. Still an injury timeout here on the field with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Warren on top of Morgan, 14-6. And Jonesy, kind of some thoughts on this first quarter to this point.
It's been a fun one, and thankfully I feel like it's getting to be less of a hot one as some shadows starting to creep in here across the field in McConnellsville. And by the way, a field that looks very nice. The home opener for the Raiders, field looking spectacular, and you know, a lot of offense like we thought we would see. I've really been impressed with how Levi Brown, the Raiders quarterback, has recovered from kind of a shaky start to really lead this offense on a nice drive last possession. And I thought he made a really good decision there to pull it down and use his feet to start scrambling. He ends up getting the benefit of an additional 15 yards.
Going to mark the ball at the 30-yard line. Dennis Petty was the injured Warren Warrior, made it off under his own power. So first down and 10 for the Morgan Raiders from the Warren 30-yard line. Brown will send a man in motion and hand the ball off to Copeland. He's got some running room inside the 25, barrels his way forward inside the 20, down to about the 19-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 11 for Carson Copeland and a first down for the Morgan Raiders.
Yeah, the running game is really starting to grind here as Copeland has 3 carries now for over 10 yards. Felt like he's getting a little more power behind those legs as well as maybe a bit of confidence.
Copeland, he's a bruiser, 6'1", 220.
Yes, he is.
First down and 10 for Morgan from the Warren 19-yard line. Brown will fake the ball to Copeland and swing it out to Searle, and Searle catches it. He's got some running room inside the 10, down to about the 9-yard line. It's going to be close to the first down marker.
We'll see what happens as there is a penalty flag on the far side. Believe this might be coming back on a, false start.
Probably illegal formation is what they're going to say, is they didn't have 7 men on the line of scrimmage. Coach Chase Bowman wanting an explanation, but They're gonna check with this official here and see what's going on as they sort out the situation.
What I can tell you for a fact is Searle now has been targeted a handful of times. He's brought in, I believe, all but one of them. Of course, we're still waiting on the official result of this play. Well, this one's not going to go down in the
penalty is going to stand for an illegal formation. So back Morgan up 5 yards, wipe out the catch, and it'll bring up first down and 15 now back at the 24-yard line. Clock turning with 1:48 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And Brown with a man in motion will hand the ball off to Copeland once again. Copeland's got some running room. He's looking to turn the corner inside the 20, barrels over a defender inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line. And another big gain there for Carson Copeland.
Yeah, he is having a lot of success taking that quick handoff and really finding gaps on that left side of the field.
It's going to be a gain of 14 on the play down to the 10-yard line. So it'll bring up second down and 1.
Got him unofficially over 60 yards already.
So Brown will hand the ball off to Copeland once again. He's going to push forward, get the first down to about the 7, maybe the 6-yard line.
Had to take the entire pile with him to do so, teammates included.
However, the gain of 3 on the play down to the 7-yard line, so it'll be first and goal for the Morgan Raiders as we roll inside 60 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Hard to believe we are still in the first frame.
And Brown with a power I formation, and they'll hand the ball off to Copeland, who's kind of the wing back. He's going to turn the corner a little bit, get down to about the 5-yard line. Fairbanks on the stop for the Warren Warriors as we approach 30 seconds to go here in the quarter. It'll be second down and goal from the 6-yard line, and it doesn't appear that the Raiders are going to have to run another play in this first quarter before the clock expires. So that will be the end of the first quarter here from McConnelsville. And 12 minutes in the books. It is Warren 14, Morgan 6. You're listening to high school football on ESPN Radio.
At Staley Countryside Meat Company, we approach each processing order with individual care and attention. We take special pride in our work to make sure you are satisfied with the meat product that ends up on your kitchen table. Call Staley Countryside Meat Company today at 740-989-2076 to schedule your meat processing needs. We also do our best to accommodate special requests from cutting to wrapping. Staley Countryside Meat Company, we're a cut above the rest.
Dr. Derek Howe of Fry Dental Group is now accepting new patients to dental practice at 1309 Green Street in Marietta. Dr. Derek Howe is a native of Marietta and a graduate of Marietta College and the Ohio State University of Dentistry. Fry Dental Group is where total smile care begins with a comprehensive approach to oral health and ends with a beautiful, memorable smile. Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe now accepting new patients. Fry Dental Group at 1309 Green Street in Marietta. Call 740-374-0123. A Delta Dental PPO and Premier Network provider.
And we welcome you back to McConnelsville. Andy Rex along with Sean Jones on the microphones. Brett Wharf over on the camera for the live video stream on Facebook and YouTube. Certainly a new venture that we're so excited to be able to bring you some of these games on live video now as well.
I was able to catch the first quarter or so of last week's game, and yeah, I was incredibly impressed. I was already pumped to be here for this season of Warren football alongside of you, but that really just added a cherry on top. And I feel like I'm really in for a treat tonight, as this has been a very entertaining game. How about the Morgan Raiders looking to make it 2 successful touchdown drives in a row?
So out of the quarter timeout, it's second down and goal from the Warren 6-yard line for the Morgan Raiders. I formation, and the handoff will go up the gut and down to Aiden Weaver, and he'll get inside the 5, down to maybe the 2, maybe the 1.5 yard line. They're going to mark the ball at the 2 yard line, so it'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 2. Full house backfield for the Raiders with Pauly, Copeland, and Weaver all back behind Brown, and that handoff will go to Pauly. He's going to push his way forward. He's going to get there into the end zone for a Morgan Raider touchdown.
And that's his 2nd of the evening, very similar to how they scored their first touchdown. Just give it to the big man and get that pile moving in the right direction.
So now we'll see Copeland on to attempt the extra point as well. 11:26 to go here in the first half. And we will see what transpires with this extra point attempt. Nysonger to hold. Kick is no good, not even a chance on that one.
I was a little surprised. I was kind of expecting potentially a 2-point try there to knot things up, especially after the last one. Well, hey, that'll wake you up.
The old cannon fire that
It may be going off a few more times. By halftime at this rate, we are only 34 seconds into quarter number 2, and a pair of touchdowns for both squads.
So 14-12 in favor of the Warren Warriors. We will take a timeout and come back with the opening kickoff. Once again, you're listening to high school football on ESPN Radio.
Hi, it's Robin from the Citizens Bank Company. There are many ways to save money at the bank. If you are 55 years of age or older, take advantage of no minimum balance and no monthly maintenance fees on our Prestige 55 checking account. You will get your first 2 boxes of checks for free. We are here for what matters. For over 150 years, we have been providing first-class service on a first-name basis. Stop by and visit us at any of our 5 convenient locations, or for more information, visit us online at thecitizens.com. See you soon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you want to start or grow a resilient business? Looking for effective marketing, pricing, and hiring strategies? Or maybe you just want to expand your network? Attend the Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo at Marietta College, September 23rd. The conference starts with a luncheon presentation, followed by interactive workshops and a business after hours. The Riverview Credit Union Mid-Ohio Valley Entrepreneurship Expo, September 23rd, on the campus of Marietta College. Register online today to reserve your spot.
And we welcome you back to Morgan High School, to McConnellsville. And a little lob kick, and it's going to roll out of bounds. And so Warren will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
Sun going down a bit here as we're cooling it down. Wow, our kick time temperature was around 90 degrees. Turning into a beautiful night for football here.
So Warren will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line after the kickoff out of bounds for the Morgan Raiders. 11 minutes, 26 seconds to go here in the first half. And
well, we haven't seen a whole lot of the Warren Warriors offense. They've gotten pretty good at scoring pretty quick.
A 3-play drive and then a kickoff return for the touchdown. Trent Taylor back to throw, looking long, and it is going to be incomplete. Feet got tangled up between the receiver and the defensive back.
Might have been a bit overthrown as well.
Pass was intended for Trenton Fox. It was Levi Brown back on the coverage. I think that was mostly incidental contact, as no flag on the play.
I'd have to agree there.
So the incomplete pass will bring up 2nd down and 10 now for Trent Taylor and the Warren Warriors. He'll have a receiver out to each side, and Bowers as the back behind him in the pistol formation. Now he'll send a man in motion and hand the ball off to Bowers. Bowers is not going to get into the middle of the Raider line and not get much of anything. There is a host of Raider defenders bottled up.
Yeah, no siree. Looks like that was 54 and 55 getting up at the bottom of the pile.
Owen McCoy, Devin Woods, Seth Miller in there as well on that tackle. No gain on the play. Will bring up 3rd down and 10. For the Warren Warriors as we approach the 10.5-minute mark here in the first half. Bowers behind Taylor with 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Taylor takes the snap, back to throw, looking. He's going to look over the middle. It's going to be tipped and incomplete.
Right through the hands of his intended target, A.J. Chris. Freshman out there. Right through the hands. Did look like that Morgan had that one covered up pretty well, though, if he did come in with that. I'm not sure he had a whole lot of space to operate. And, hey, how about the Morgan Raiders forcing a 3 and out?
And a punting situation, and we'll see Brown and Searle back to receive the punt from Jason Williams. And a good pass and a good kick, and it's going to go take Brown back inside the 25, and it's going to bounce there, and he's going to pick it up at the 22-yard line. Looks to turn a corner and gets out across the 30, out to about the 33-yard line. So Brown kind of turned nothing into something there on that punt return after the punt went over his head, and he went back and picked it up and still got about 10 more yards on the return.
Yeah, sure did, and you got to think that Brown's leading a pretty confident Morgan Raiders offense back onto the field. They've scored on back-to-back possessions. They've been able to throw it around. The running game has looked very nice tonight. Copeland has put up about 70 yards here in half number 1 already.
So 1st down and 10 for the Raiders. He'll send 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, and a sidecar beside him, and sets up the screen for Searle, and Searle's going to run into a defensive back, trying to break a tackle, gets out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. So back to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a yard on the play. On the stop there for the Warren Warriors was Nick Cressy.
Searle's hauled in a handful of passes now. Not a whole lot of room to operate there. Cressy made a really nice tackle, because I do think if he misses that, you may get 6 or 7 down the sideline on that play.
I mean, and that was an interesting defensive alignment, too, because the Morgan had an extra blocker here with only 2 defenders and 3 receivers. Handoff is going to go to Copeland. He's across the middle, out across the 40, still on his feet. Copeland delivers a hit, barrels his way forward to the midfield stripe, and another strong, powerful run for Carson Copeland of 19 yards.
Yeah, that's his 4th run of the night over the 10-yard mark. 4th of the night, as a matter of fact, that nears 20 yards.
So that run will give the Morgan Raiders a 1st down and 10 at the midfield stripe with 9.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Warren leading 14-12 on a turning second quarter clock.
Time of possession in favor of Morgan.
And the handoff will go to Copeland once again. This time he slips and falls on the turf and gets no gain on that play.
With the exception of about, 90 seconds? Maybe 2.5 minutes?
Let's see here. I mean, Warren had a 3 and out. Their touchdown possession was only about a minute and a half, and then the kickoff return only took 15 seconds. So yeah, you're right. I mean, Warren has probably only had the ball for 4.5, maybe 5 minutes of this entire first half so far.
Defense has got to be feeling it a bit.
Particularly on a hot night.
A lot of different looks from this Morgan crew as well.
And now a little forward shuffle pass forward to Dylan Compton, but sniffed out well by the Warren defense, and a loss of 2 back to the 48-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, they had that one figured out, and not a whole lot of room to run right up through the line, and Warren had that one basically figured out from the get-go. Let's see here, a 3rd
and 12 from the Morgan 48-yard line for the Raiders. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, and a sidecar beside Levi Brown in the shotgun formation. He takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his left and look to throw, and he looks and throws, and the ball is tipped and incomplete. Pass, I think, intended there for Nick Backus, number 14.
Wasn't sure if that was Dylan Petty that got his hands up on the ball, or if that was another one of the Warren defenders, but still looking for their first INT of this game. They had a few of them last week, and
So
I
now
think there was something there. Just the Warren defender made a really nice play to get a fingertip on that one.
So we'll see Williams standing back at his own 20-yard line to receive the punt from Carson Copeland, who's standing back at his own 33-yard line. Good snap, and a good high spiraling kick is going to take Williams, and it's going to bounce into the end zone. So that ball bounced at about the 11-yard line and rolled into the end zone. So, I mean, a 52-yard punt, and that's one way to keep the ball away from Jason Williams.
Yes, yes, that is. Just blast it into the end zone, not returning it from there on a punt. And a really nice leg on a couple of punts now that we've seen tonight.
So Warren will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Warren leading Morgan 14-12 here in McConnellsville on a hot and steamy Friday evening.
Bit humid in the box. Just a bit.
So we'll see Trent Taylor and this Warren offense come back out on the field once again. He's got a receiver out to each side, a back behind him and beside him, and the handoff is going to go to Williams. He's going to barrel his way forward, still on his feet out across the 25, out to maybe the 27-yard line, and that was a big power run by Jason Williams as well. He showed off his speed. That time he showed a little bit of power.
Yeah, only 5'8", 170, but he drove that pile forward for probably about an additional 4 to 5 yards before he was finally marked down.
It's a gain of 7 on the play for Williams. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3 from the Warren 27-yard line as they look over to get the play call here. And Taylor will back up into the pistol formation with Bowers beside him and Williams behind him. He's going to take the snap and hand the ball to Williams once again. Williams has got a little bit of a hole. He pushes forward, gets enough for the 1st down out across the 30, out to the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 for Jason Williams. It'll be a 1st down for the Warren Warriors.
Just enough. Very nice play up front so far to contain Williams, not let him get off into the outside. He is dangerous if he finds a bit of open field and green grass ahead of him.
So 1st down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 31-yard line. Taylor once again with Bowers beside him and Williams behind him, and a receiver to each side sends a man in motion. The pitch is going to go to Williams. He's going to try and cut the outside, runs into a Morgan defender, and gets piled up there after a gain of about maybe 1.5. Wade Pauley on the stop for the Morgan Raiders.
You gotta imagine right now that the Morgan Raiders have to feel pretty good about how often they have kept the Warren defense on the field. And maybe we see that paying some dividends here as the Warren offense hasn't been able to get a whole lot going these last 5 plays, with the exception of that first down picked up by Williams.
Play stopped for an equipment issue for a Morgan Raider defender, so he has to come out of the game for a play, and they'll fix that situation. Taylor will back to throw, looks and throws, turns around, it's caught out at the 35, maybe the 37-yard line. It is caught out there by Trenton Fox, and it's going to be a gain of about 5 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4 as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the first half.
Fox turned, and that ball was right on him, hit him right in the numbers. He didn't have to do much but hold on.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and about 4 for the Warriors here. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the Warren Warriors. So we will take it with them as well. 4 minutes, 52 seconds to go in the first half. It is Warren 14, Morgan 12. You're listening to high school football on ESPN Radio.
Hickory Grove Country Market is more than meets the eye. On the outside, it appears to be your typical gas station, selling all grades of gasoline, including diesel. But step inside and you find a convenience store, full grocery store, and a deli and pizza counter. Grab-and-go sandwiches, salads, and pizza are made fresh daily. Whether you need a fill-up at the pump, grab a quick meal, or need to stock the kitchen pantry, stop into Hickory Grove Country Market, located on 339 in Vincent, and see what it has to offer you and your family.
The Fry Dental Group offers C-Rack technology, a state-of-the-art process that makes crowns, onlays, and inlays out of solid porcelain in about 10 to 12 minutes. No second appointment, no impressions or temporaries, and the cost is less than conventional crowns. Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, and Dr. Derek Howe, specializing in comfortable family dentistry, teeth whitening, lumineers, and cosmetic improvements. The Fry Dental Group, a Delta Dental, PPO, and Premier Network provider offering 20 to 25% savings to participants. Call 740-374-0123.
And we welcome you back to McConnellsville. Andy Rex along with Sean Jones. 4:52 to go here in the first half. 3rd down and 3 for the Warren Warriors out of the timeout by Coach Matt Kimes. Taylor takes the snap. He's going to back to throw, looks, has a receiver. It's Fox. He caught it outside, inside the 45. Fox, nice tackle from behind there by the Morgan Raiders, Logan McMillan. But a big catch for a first down.
Yeah, really nice catch by Fox as he was able to get plenty of room. Just a curl on that left side.
Gain goes down to the Morgan 44-yard line. And 1st down and 10 for the Warren Warriors. Taylor will take the snap and hand the ball off to Williams. Williams gets across the 40, loses the football, and it is going to be pounced on, and I think the Morgan Raiders have that football, and indeed they do, as you hear from the crowd on the near sideline, and the official signals Morgan football.
I got to tell you, Andy, I'm not sure that the ground didn't cause that. I'm not sure he wasn't down, but this ball is going the other way.
That probably might be really the first mistake Williams has made in 2 games.
Yeah, it really has.
So a turnover there, and we'll give the ball back to the Raiders. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line, and a whistle and a stoppage of play here, and a timeout called by the Warren Warriors, as they weren't quite ready for the snap. So we'll take it as well. 4 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in the first half. It's Warren 14, Morgan 12. You're listening to high school football on ESPN Radio.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions. conditions.
WVU Medicine Camden Clark has a job for you and invites you to the job fair at the Lafayette Hotel on Tuesday, September 1st from 9 until 3. The benefits of working for the area's biggest name in healthcare are amazing, including a lucrative paid time off plan, retirement match, tuition assistance, dependent tuition assistance, and more. Stop by the WVU Medicine Camden Clark Job Fair on Tuesday, September 1st from 9 until 3 at the Lafayette Hotel. It may just be the fresh career start you're looking for. WMOA will be broadcasting live from 11 to 1 with special giveaways, so we'll see you there.
The chances of making 2 consecutive holes in one is nearly impossible. The odds are 65 million to 1, so there is a chance. In 1971 in Norwich, England, John Hudson accomplished this feat with aces at the 11th and 12th holes. The 11th was 195 yards, and the 12th, a whopping 311 yards. An interesting golf fact from your friends at Lakeside Golf Course. Please call ahead for your tee time at 740-984-4265. Lakeside Golf Course, State Route 60 in Beverly.
Out of the timeout by the Warren Warriors, the handoff will go to Carson Copeland right up the gut. He fumbles the football. It's still loose on the field. A fumble bounces forward inside the 50 down to about the 45-yard line. Scramble for the ball. And it looks like the Morgan Raiders have fallen on it after a big scrum for that football.
That was a pretty wacky bounce that the ball took. Squirted forward about 10 yards.
So it gives the Raiders a first down at the 44-yard line, and the pitch this time will go back to Weaver. He's got some running room inside the 35. He loses the football and quickly on top of it that time, and still we'll see. We'll sort this one out, and this time Warren takes the football on the fumble.
Wow. Really, really nice play there by J.T. Rice to just dive on that one. I think it was pretty clear just about as soon as that ball hit the ground that he was going to come up with it. Maybe that ball is a bit moist with all the sweat you would have to imagine.
Sweat and dew and humidity and
mud and all sorts of.
Well, I don't think much mud.
True. Not a ton.
So first down and 10 for the Warren Warriors at their own 33-yard line after the turnover. Back-to-back turnovers. Not on back-to-back plays, but back-to-back turnovers.
Well, we've seen, 3 plays in a row now that featured a fumble. So let's see if that streak can't be snapped here.
First down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 33-yard line. 3:47 to go in the first half. Warren leading 14-12, and a fake pitch back, and Taylor's going to look long, and he's got a receiver out open there, but overthrows the receiver in Zach Lucas. Pass is incomplete. Back on the defense for the Raiders was Cooper Kane.
I'm not sure, but it seemed like Lucas may have slowed up a bit. I think he had a step on the defender and was just waiting to see that ball released.
And so the incomplete pass brings up second down and 10 from the 33-yard line. And Taylor will keep the ball himself this time on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to power forward, stumble forward a little bit, maybe a gain of a yard for Taylor on the carry there on the quarterback keeper. Out to the 34-yard line. It'll bring up third down and 9.
Haven't seen Taylor pull it down and tuck and run a whole lot tonight. Warren's offense hasn't been able to muster a whole lot here in this second quarter.
So it's third down and 9 as we roll inside 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Taylor from the pistol. He'll take the snap and fake the handoff and roll out to his right, looks to throw, and it's going to be thrown and caught and dropped, incomplete. Intended there for Carson Gandy, number 87 of the Warriors, and the incomplete pass will bring up a fourth down and appears to be a punting situation now for Warren.
Gandy just couldn't put the finishing touches on that one. Good route. Good pass. Only Gandy had a shot at it.
Brown and Searle back to receive the punt from Jason Williams, who's standing back at his own 18-yard line. Ground ball snap, but Williams gets the punt off, and it's going to bounce and roll out of bounds inside the 40. We'll see where they actually mark it. They're going to mark it at the 35-yard line. So that's where Morgan will take over 1st and 10 with 2 minutes and 41 seconds to go in this first half. A reminder that after the game, we will choose the Kettle One Teamwear Player of the Game. Kettle One Teamwear at 313 Green Street in Marietta. The best in team uniforms, screen printing, and embroidery. Give them a call, 740-373-7969. Proud sponsor of the Player of the Game of tonight's game.
I feel like we're going to have quite a few candidates in the running for that one. Good first half, even though things offensively have slowed down after some opening fireworks in the quarter.
So 1st down and 10 for the Morgan Raiders. 2:41 to go in the first half, and now we're going to have a stoppage of play. I'm not sure what for here. The official's pointing at something. But, so, there must be an equipment issue on the part of Taylor Bowers. And he'll come off the field, and on will come Carson Gandy to replace him. 1st down and 10 for Morgan from their own 35-yard line. 2 receivers out to the left. The pitch is going to go back to Compton. Then he's going to actually lose a yard back to the 34-yard line. It was a deep pitch. Fairbanks on the stop for the Warren Warriors. It'll bring up 2nd down and 11 as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Again, stick around at halftime. We will have the Tonight in Ohio High School Football halftime show. Skip Mossick, your host for that. Always does a good job.
Certainly does. When I think halftime in Ohio, I think Skip Mossick.
2nd down and 11. The handoff is going to go in the backfield to Aiden Weaver, and he's not going to find any running room. He's going to lose a couple more yards back to the 31-yard line. So now it's going to bring up 3rd down and 14.
That was Petty in on the stop. Coming in from his end position, I believe, where he was lined up on that to bottle things up. A couple of runs have went backwards so far, as under 90 seconds now to go here in quarter number 2.
And a 3rd down and 14 for the Morgan Raiders from their own 31-yard line. 2 receivers out to the left, and Brown is going to look to throw. He's pressured, and now he's going to tuck the ball down and run. Brown out across the 35, still on his feet, out to about the 39-yard line. A nice little scramble there for Levi Brown of 8 yards. It's going to be short of the 1st down, though, and I think that we see Coach Matt Kimes take a timeout with 1 minute to go here in the first half.
You know, it doesn't take these Warren Warriors a whole lot of time to generate some offense and put points on the board, so I like the idea of giving that offense one last chance here. See if they can't put a few more points on the board, extend that 2-point lead right now at halftime.
But we have seen a couple of good punts from Carson Copeland. So
this is true. A couple of really nice punts, as a matter of fact.
So we'll see what this punt situation comes up with, and how much time Warren will have to work with. And they don't have any timeouts now. That was Coach Kimes' last timeout of the first half.
The always dangerous Jason Williams back to return this one.
Standing back at about his 25-yard line. Copeland standing at his 25-yard line to receive the snap for the punt. Gets a good foot into it and a good kick again. It's going to drive Williams back to the 21-yard line. Williams has got some running room, but gets only out to about the 28-yard line before he's tackled there by a couple of Raiders. And so 51 seconds left in the first half, and Warren will take over 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, and as you said, no timeouts remaining for the Warriors and Coach Kimes. So let's see what that 2-minute offense looks like in about 50.8 seconds.
Now, the clock does stop anytime you get a first down.
This is
true. But
true.
only briefly till they would reset the change. So,
And then you got to hope your players are faster than those guys with the chains.
so first down and 10 for the Warriors with 51 seconds to go in the first half. Warren leading 14-12, and Taylor in the shotgun with a sidecar beside him each way and 2 receivers out to the left. Now he sends a man in motion. He's going to pitch it back to Jason Williams. Williams looking for a hole, and he's going to be bottled up in the backfield.
Wow.
And a nice job there by Wade Pauley of the Morgan Raiders, big number 71, to keep Jason Williams from going anywhere.
Have yourself a night, Mr. Pauley, as he has a couple of touchdowns right now. He owns both of the Raider touchdowns. He's made a couple of really nice defensive plays, and that another one.
And now Coach Chase Bowman takes a timeout as they look to maybe preserve some clock and see if they can force a turnover or a punt here in the last 40 seconds of the quarter before halftime. Remember, Warren won the toss. They opted to defer, and so the Warriors will get the football to start the third quarter after the halftime intermission. But this, again, a timeout by the Morgan Raiders with 40.4 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the timeout, it will be second down and 14 back at the 24-yard line. Morgan with 1 timeout remaining, Warren with none. So we'll see what Coach Kimes dials up here in this one with a receiver out to each side. A full house backfield with a back behind him and 2 beside him. The handoff will go to Williams. Williams finds a hole. He's got some running room out across the 35. Still on his feet. He gets tackled out across the 40 to the 43-yard line for a first down, which will stop the clock momentarily while they reset the chains.
Gain of about 19 on that one, and just over a half a minute left.
So they will spot the ball and then start the clock. And the Warriors are ready to snap the football, and Taylor will take it, and he's back to throw, looks over the middle. It's caught by Bowers inside the 40. Powers throw a defender inside the 35 down to the 31-yard line, which will stop the clock with 15.6 seconds to go. And it's like the Warren Warriors will get up here and try and they will snap the football and spike it with 9 seconds to go in the half. So it'll bring up second down and 10 from the 33-yard line with 9 seconds to go in the half. And Taylor directing traffic with 9 seconds, and now a timeout called by the Morgan Raiders with 9 seconds left. So we will take it as well. 9.2 seconds to be exact left in the first half. It's Warren 14, Morgan 12. You're listening to high school football on ESPN Radio.
There's always a handy app on your phone for weather, directions, and typically you can ask Siri anything. But the Ohio Valley Cab and Delivery Service app offers added convenience. After you register, at the touch of a button, you can get traditional cab service, mail and grocery runs, and special deliveries. And it's not a drone, it's a real person in a real car driving you safely over the river and, well, you know, wherever you need to go. 740-374-TAXI, and now with the Ohio Valley Cab app.
Get hot, hot, hot August savings at Pioneer Family Auto in Parkersburg. Upgrade your ride to one of over 700 new Honda, Volkswagen, Mazda, or pre-owned vehicles. Take advantage of hot deals like 0% financing up to 6 years or no payments until October. Plus, we're paying over book value for every trade and vehicles just like yours. Bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. All roads lead to hot deals. Pioneer Honda, VW, Mazda of Parkersburg or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CDW details.
And we welcome you back to McConnellsville. 9.2 seconds to go in the first half. Taylor in the shotgun, back to throw as he's looking, and the ball is going to be sails over the head of his intended receiver, Zach Lucas, with 4 seconds to go in the half.
Good idea. That would have, if that was completed, that would have put them on, what, about the 16 or so, let's say, if he was able to fall out of bounds.
So one more shot here for Trent Taylor and the Warriors with 4 seconds to go in the half.
You know what the scary thing is? Their best play and their best option might be just a draw play to Mr. Williams.
And Taylor's going to be back to throw. Looks, he rolls to his right. He's going to launch towards the end zone and into a scrum, and is going to be intercepted by the Morgan Raiders on the last play of the first half.
Looks like that was, well, hey, that man's a good target if that was Searle who picked that up, because he has certainly been the favorite target of his quarterback in this first half in Levi Brown.
So we are at halftime here now, and 24 minutes in the books. It is Warren 14 and Morgan 12. We will take a timeout and come back and recap the first half scoring. You're listening to high school football on ESPN Radio.
Chances are the last place someone would think of visiting when they have to feel better, but with advanced dentistry, you'll find more solutions than you might think. At Fry Dental Group, they can provide an appliance that helps stop or reduce snoring episodes for sleep apnea patients. Find out more by scheduling a consultation with Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, or Dr. Derek Howe. Fry Dental Group, 1309 Green Street, Marietta, and at frydental.com.
Looking to locate a business in the Mid-Ohio Valley? It seems there's a lot of that going around lately. And at Wetz Companies, we can simplify the process. For 80 years, the Wetz Companies have been a local family-owned business, specializing in third-party logistics. Wetz has buildings and land for development, including 480 acres with river and rail access. They offer building solutions that cater to oil and gas industries, bulk commodities, river terminal, and warehouse distribution. Visit WetzCompanies.com to learn more or to make an inquiry. Wetz, for more than 8 decades, offering trusted business solutions.
And we welcome you back to McConnellsville. Halftime now between the Warren Warriors and the Morgan Raiders. And after 24 minutes, it is Warren 14 and Morgan 12. Andy Rex along with Sean Jones. And Jonesy, an entertaining first half to say the least.
Mm-hmm. A lot of offense in the first quarter as we saw things get kicked off quite early in this one with in the 7:19 mark. That was Taylor to Lucas on a three-play, to cap off, I should say, a three-play 68-yard drive for the Warren Warriors that was nearly a one-play drive right off the bat. Another ecstatic first half, a couple of exciting plays from Jason Williams. But you flip the page over, and the Morgan Raiders, really have had a balanced at times, and I guess a really controlling offense. They have dominated the time of possession in this one. And then as the second quarter came in, a few sloppy plays, a few turnovers on both sides, and no one really able to get a whole lot going there, or at least to capitalize, aside from that early second quarter Poly touchdown. He's certainly in the running right now for that Kettle One Teamwear Player of the Game, I have to tell you. A couple of touchdown runs, went for one, decided to double it up, go for a 2-yard run in the second quarter, and he's had a couple of really nice tackles for loss in the backfield for the Morgan Raiders. I thought Levi Brown has looked really good leading the offense, scrambling around at times, getting the ball out. I feel like maybe maybe some nerves coming out. It is your home opener. They didn't look completely in sync on that first drive, but really since, they have looked quite sharp offensively, and a really nice half. Carson Copeland, he has to be the game's leading rusher at this point. I have him over 90 yards. He has been a spark plug for this offense from that fullback position, taking those quick handoffs and turning them into just gold, 10, 15, 20-yard chunks at a time. So it's been very interesting, and I'm glad to say a little less hot evening here at a halftime in McConnellsville.
As the sun finally starts to set over the horizon, as we recap the scoring, Sean mentioned the 13-yard touchdown pass from Trent Taylor to Zach Lucas. The extra point was good. Warren led 7-0 at that point. Then the Morgan Raiders answered right back, took a nice drive down the field, took 4 minutes off the clock, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run by Wade Pauley. The kick was no good. Warren led 7-6 at that point. The ensuing kickoff, Jason Williams, Mr. Electric, a 92-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. The extra point was good. 14-6, Warren the lead at that point, and the Morgan Raiders immediately answered that with Wade Pauley's second touchdown of the night, this time a 2-yard run just inside the second quarter with 11:26 to go in the second quarter. The kick again was no good for the Morgan Raiders, and that's where we are at halftime with Warren leading Morgan 14-12. We will take a timeout, and when we come back, it'll be Skip Mossick and the Tonight in Ohio High School halftime show. You're listening to High School Football on ESPN Radio.
Get hot, hot, hot August savings at Pioneer Family Auto in Parkersburg. Upgrade your ride to one of over 700 new Honda, Volkswagen, Mazda, or pre-owned vehicles. Take advantage of hot deals like 0% financing up to 6 years or no payments until October. Plus, we're paying over book value for every trade and vehicles just like yours. Bring your current credit information for guaranteed finance options and your best deal. All roads lead to hot deals. Pioneer Honda, VW, Mazda of Parkersburg or PioneerFamilyAuto.com. Let's qualify CDW details.
Chances are the last place someone would think of visiting when they have a snoring problem is the dentist. Things are a whole lot different at Fry Dental Group. Whereas it used to be a trip to the dentist was to get your teeth cleaned or make a bad tooth feel better, but with advanced dentistry, you'll find more solutions than you might think. At Fry Dental Group, they can provide an appliance that helps stop or reduce snoring episodes for sleep apnea patients. Find out more by scheduling a consultation with Dr. Brett Fry, Dr. Elena Perry, or Dr. Derek Howe. Fry Dental Group, 1309 Green Street, Marietta, and at FryDental.com.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Tonight in High School Football's halftime reports here on the Ohio News Network. There have been some terrific offensive linemen throughout the history of Ohio high school sports. One of the greatest is our very own Jim Lachey, former Buckeye and Super Bowl champion from St. Henry, Ohio. We'll visit with Big Jim next on the Ohio News Network.
I'm Scott DeMauro, president of the Ohio Education Association. I'm proud to bring you tonight's game on behalf of OEA's 123,000 members. We teach in the public schools and state universities. We drive your kids to school, serve them lunch, and keep our schools clean and safe. We also coach the teams on the field. We're committed to making sure every student has the opportunity to experience the joy of learning and to succeed, regardless of where they live or their family's income.
740